Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesuiji at the desk with the Saturday Scouts. And this is going to be an off-season stream. We'll see if we can actually get some game action in. Then again, there will be plenty of game action around me today. Yeah. Yesterday night was the return of the Stampede in Pawapuro 2024-2025. And later tonight, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, yours truly over on the Pacific League English YouTube channel. Buffaloes and Lions should be a lot of fun. So between streams, I realized that I screwed up the finances by cutting everyone's money. Now we have the smallest payroll in the league and we can't expand it. We also have the second smallest budget. And we're just getting lapped by Curaçao and Busum in terms of money. I mean, Busum's losing money hand over fist, as is Neptunus. We're still projected to lose like $100,000, as is Osterhout. Did I break it? I might have broken it. Is anyone in this league, this whole pyramid, making money? And I don't think anyone is. Oh, I also took some time between streams to rejig the structure of the league, plural. So Pool A and Pool B in Tweede Klasse and Derde Klasse now are closer to geographically accurate in terms of where teams are located and which pool they're in. Spent a little time this morning taking a swing at that. So for example, in Tweede Klasse, all the teams that are around like Amsterdam and Rotterdam are in one pool. All the teams further out like in Utrecht and Eindhoven and Zwolle are in another. And here in Derde Klasse, for example, all the teams located near Rotterdam, like Vlaardingen and Zoetermeer, Alphen aan den Rijn, one pool. If you take a look at the map of the Netherlands, Groningen's all the way up in the northeast, almost on the German border. And so we had to make sure it's got places to travel to that are a little bit closer, like here Hugevard for the Herons and the Bergen Bears. Not so much an issue in Hoofdklasse and Eerste Klasse because of they are only one pool. But one of the things I want to do, I'm going to try and figure out how to do this. We're going to add a tournament into this league. And this is going to be a 32-team single knockout tournament. To take place after promotion relegation. So this is going to be called, and I want to make sure I get the translation right, English to Dutch, Kingdom Cup. The Koninkrijksbeker. This is going to be a development or a tournament. Team selection from leagues. Now, I want to figure out how we can do this so that it's actually... Qualifier? No. Fixed. No, that's not it. Affiliated teams? Trying to figure this out here. Okay, we want from leagues. So basically everyone from Hoofdklasse is gonna qualify. I'd basically have to do an update for this every single time we adjust the league, or there's promotion relegation. Everyone from Eerste Klasse. Can I go to the next step without... Yes, okay. New tournament start. Let's peg this in September. Make this annual. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, so let's cancel. How do I do... Do I need to make an association for this game? Shoot, where's Baseball Dreamland when you need him? Elimination tournament at the park. Oh, only during off-season through association setup. Okay. So how do I set up association? Set up association. All right. Let's take a look at the most recent manual. Game, explore world. I should know where this is. Wait, do I need to hop into commissioner mode and then I'll be able to do it? There, oh wait, there it is. Ah ha ha. Caramba! There we go. So we're gonna create an association playoff. No shared draft. And now we can pick who qualifies from each team. Awesome. Okay, so we can do that. Okay. That looks good. Now I want to get the playoff settings set up. So this way it'll trigger after the regular season. All right, we are going to be running it so that everyone in Hoofdklasse goes up. Everyone in Eerste Klasse goes up. And then for each of the other two, the 2 pool leaders, and then 6 wild cards. All right, playoff mode, regular, by position, later rounds fixed. I do like the idea of the, do we want to give the top seed a single game? Nah. All these are going to be best of ones. With the finals as a best of 3. Let me think. Now, let's make it all best of ones. And that'll start for next season. Will be very interesting to see who can pick up the 3rd of 3 things to win. We've got the pennant, we've got the ring, and now we've got the cup. Very cool. And hopefully our owner will be able to give us a little bit more budget so we can finish filling out our bullpen. We only have 17 players under contract right now. Kind of an ish. All right, Caden Markham learned how to play second base. Cool. One of our free agent signings. Bat still needs some work, but at least he can pitch. Jakey Josefa has learned right field. I mean, he's still going to be our our shortstop. And Hofstede and Wiegers can't figure it out. Still got Boss here, of course. One of our team's favorites. I guess we can focus on base running now. Make sure all of our guys can hit the ground running. Nope, not base stealing technique. Base running fundamentals. Can Coppers... Yeah, Coppers is a lost cause for base running. Ditto for Hofstede. Hemskirk can learn it. And Diego as well. Getting a backup outfielder would probably also be a good thing, so, there. Got some extra people. You can see here that we finished... We came one game away from winning a back-to-back Holland Series, and we lost to the RCH Penguins, who won their first title in franchise history. So, no harm, no foul, no shame there. But we also have, like, enough money to sign one person to a minor league deal. And And at this point, nobody's looking for a minor league deal. Kenley Jansen wants $52 million. What did he do? Oh, he put up a good season in St. Louis. 40 years old, still going. Should not have given Uyghurs that much money, but oh well. It'll take a couple of years for the finances to stabilize, I think. This is the first time I'm doing a promotion relegation sim, and I think this is also going to be the first time we're at threat of being, or we could get relegated. We finished 7th in year 1, narrowly avoiding it. Right, successful, successful, outstanding. No improvement, successful. Alright, a bunch of people learning how to base run better. Now let's throw all those same people in and work on the base stealing technique, because we're going to have to scrape together runs we do not have. Any real home run hitters. Coppers hit 2 last season, and this is a dead ball league, and we only play 42 games, so whatever we can do, we should do. Oh! An engagement. Mazel tov. And needless to say, we're not going to be signing Breivik Valera. Looks like after Oosterhout and Honkball Club Alan Weber got their signings in, nobody else has done anything. Gonna be a weird, weird season. Oh, and then this guy got generated, coming out of Japan. Rosanjin Masuoka wants $60 million. I wonder if the American market has gone Kershmorgly. I mean, there was an expansion team after all, the Charlotte Green Wave. All I know is we got to get to the preseason so I can actually fix every team's schedules. Alright, some excelling, some struggling. Has anyone signed anything? We may have to get to the preseason to see how things go. We may get some game action in today. Alright, successful. Some aggressiveness. Burleson really figuring this out. And Uyghurs has figured out his leg, or has hurt his legs. So glad I spent all that money on extending him. No votes into the Hall of Fame yet. Rombley comes close. Still can't believe Anthony Rizzo showed up in Honkball Hoofdklasse. That was funny. But this is all because of Psycho Ducko, who suggested that we need to cut the budgets of this team in the league, so we did. I had my eye on Seth Keller as another possible two-way dude, and we ran out of money. Just want to make sure we didn't, like, lose folks getting signed, or that there wasn't, like, some mass retirement yet. Something's weird's going on. Hey, thanks for the follow, folks. Much appreciated. We're getting to preseason. Mercado went over to Osterhout, so we lost our center fielder. Once we hit to preseason, I'm hoping people's asks will come down and we'll be able to get some extra scratch. Otherwise, it's going to be rough. Wow. Gonzalez has already married. Good for Diego. That was a quick proposal. All right. Preseason starts. Huh? You cut my budget? Well, that's not fun. Alright, we gotta import the Honkball schedule. Yeah, that looks about right. And then import that in for Eerste Klasse, same thing. And then go down to Tweede Klasse and import in the one I cooked up specifically for this. Go to the grid and make sure, yes. Still finishes earlier than I'd like, but at least it's looking closer to what it should be doing. Like actually running all the way into July as opposed to finishing in May. And are we starting the season at home or on the road? We are at home up against Curacao, so we are going to get some game action in. Of course, now we don't have money for anybody. Today's broadcast is powered by Boobly Orange, because I have to be sober, at least for a little bit of today. My big chore is to finally organize my filing cabinet for the first time in like a decade and a half. Van Dorn seeing stuff and control bump. Okay. I like it. This is his last season with us, so better make it count. And I'm thinking at the back of my mind, oh, this is why Hofedorp keeps losing. Does anyone even want to sign for a minor league deal? Anyone? Okay, we're going to play with 17 players this season. I don't want to say I ruined the game, but it doesn't help. Just get through our little spring training and nobody gets hurt. Should at least make the playoffs. Okay, so finish 6th or better. We are projected to finish 4th. Okay. One good hitter in Jakey Josefa. No good pitchers. Quint Van Ginkel is an amazing name, aka The Gink. Alright, game action! Does Caden Markham enter the rotation, or does he become our stopper, is the question. We gotta go with Van Dorn. Yeah, based on the control and the stuff, I think... For one thing, I don't trust Sem Lauf that much, so we're gonna go with Hulsbergen as our 7th and high leverage. Sem Lauf as used more often. And alt setup. We're going to roll 3 pitchers in Van Dorn, Soler, and Sprong. And Markham will come off the bench as our... from DH to closer. Because that's the way this team rolls. All right. Let's think about this. Who do we want leading off? I could go for Velasquez. Don't like Hofstede in the 2 spot. Let's get... move up Shakin' Jakey. Actually, let's put... let's put Hemskirk there. Hofstede... now let's get Josefa, then Krokendonk, Coppers, Fingers. Yeah, I think that's our team. Oh, we are in trouble. Justira, thank you for the follow. Sport Park Pioneers. Tom DeBlock versus Falke van Dorn. Game 1 of the 2028 season. (49 Fahrenheit). Little brisk here. No, Tyrell Mercado got Miles Burleson in center field. Burley can do a job. He's still figuring it out, though. Dula Imarika. 0-2 on the way from Van Dorn. Nice. That was a good-looking slider. Dribbler back towards the mound. Van Dorn thinks about it. A 1-2-3 inning. Tom DeBlock, WBC hero. One of the reasons why Neptunus doesn't have money. Still can't believe my owner cut my budget. Come on. I'm going to miss the days when we rolled out Scope and Valera. I can tell you that much. Whee! We're going to have to... I'm going to change the strategy sliders. We're going to steal like crazy. Alright, ball 1. Double steal is on, and they gun down one of our guys. That would have been a double play anyway, so no harm, no foul. Here's High Cope. One thing that bugs me about this league, a lot of hit by pitches, a lot of walks. Coppers is going to not throw out this base runner. Slow curve from Von Dorn gets the job done. Fly ball to center. Here's Burleson. DH van der Heide. Okay. Copper straight up the middle for the game's first hit. Attaboy Cappy. Vigers off the end of the bat. That could be two. It will be. Hoff to High Coop. Back to Hoff. And Hofstede will ground out to Corporal. Or High Coop. First hit of the game for Neptunus. Here's Wiebrenhauser, the left fielder. Fly ball to our left fielder, and that's going to drop in front of Hofstede. First and second, nobody out for Tyreek Kemp. Up the middle. Josefa. Oh, what a flip to Hemskirk. Cheeky little double play there. 1-0 to America. Or Imarica. Past a diving Velasquez and into left field. Neptunus takes a 1-0 lead. Josefa makes this one look easy. But Neptunus takes a 1-0 lead. That might be enough for Tom DeBlock. Burleson tries to bunt this one in play. Swinging bunt. And Tyreek Kemp makes the grab. Caden Markham, DH and stopper. And he squirts this one through for the second hit of the game for the Pioneers. Attaboy. High Coop, not exactly the best defensive shortstop. Imarica, very good looking second baseman. South African. Not sure if he's from Die Bofba Liga, which I created for the JPBO, but let's go with that in universe. Still nobody past second. Here's High Cope. Josefa is automatic as they come there. So in universe, I think the explanation for where the money went is we used to take money from a gambling company or something. Or there was some big sponsor and the money was only for a 3-year term and then it dried up. As per Psycho Ducko, Honkball Hoofdklasse is mostly volunteers. Only 2 teams even charge for tickets. Krockendonk works a 4-pitch walk. Coppers, that's an infield fly. Tyreek Kemp makes the grab. Vigers straight up the middle for a base hit. Oh, come on, send him, send... No! Why didn't you send him? Now we have to trust on Hofstede. Let's try and spook him. Dang it! Just high enough for Imarika, and we get doubled off. Load the bases, nothing to show. Should have tried bunting again. Deckers grounds to Josefa. What a play! Shakin' Jakey getting the job done over at shortstop. Von Dorn's really only had one blip. Burleson tries to leg this one out. No dice. Reminds me very much of my softball exploits this season. Caden Markham to center field, but playable. Raylan Tea makes the grab. Velasquez strikes out. DeBlock's thrown 5 shutout innings. Swing on 3-0. You fool! So yeah, quick off-season. Oh, come on, Hofstede. Yeesh. Oh, that thing just died. Did we still get the double play? Oh my word, Josefa to Hemskirk. Wow. So we're going to have this as a shorter stream today. I think we're only going to go till about 2:30. Gotta make sure my voice is rested for later tonight. Jakey with his first hit. Previous 2 times he's walked. And gun down. Core Deckers. 2 for 3 on the stolen base attempts. I think we're going to stop. As Krakendonk cracks this one to center field. 2-out single. Copper swings on the first pitch. That's into right field. J Biggs, thank you for the follow. All right, first and third, 2 down for Vigers. That'll do it. This game is tied. Krakendonk thinking of taking the extra base. He will get there. Runners at the corners again. Hofstede. Little chopper to short. They're going to go to the short way. But the Pioneers have come back to tie it against Neptunus. Yay! Hofstede grabs this one properly. Got my eye on you, buddy. Corporal past a diving Vigers and into right field. Here's Raylan Tea. Into the shift. Hemskirk to Josefa onto first. In time. Just stretch time we go. Tied at 1s. Sing along if you know the words. DeBlock still going strong here as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Von Dorn's pitched 7 one-run innings. I'm impressed. Such a turnaround from the kid who couldn't find the strike zone to start his career. Caden Markham will work the walk. Whee! Oh man, Core Decker is 3 for 4. That's not a 50 arm. Quickly, oh, the inning is over. Van der Heide gets started with a leadoff walk. Action in the bullpen is Henning Hulsbergen. Fly ball to center. Burleson tracks it down, one away. Vibrenhauser. Off the end of the bat. That could be around the horn. Oh, Hemskirk's so good at that. Hemskirk, then Josefa. Josefa retired for the first time this season. As Krockendon cracks this to center field. New pitcher into the game is Henning Hulsbergen. 8 one-run innings from Falke van Doorn. Fantastic work from our erstwhile ace. Mariko works the walk. Oh, throw someone out, will you? Oh no. Hulsbergen with our second error. And now Luke Heikoop. Fly ball, left center, second out. Oh, 1 to Maurice Corporal. Fly ball to center field. Charging in is Burleson. Hulsbergen gets through the jam. De Block still in here in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Koppers, Vigers, Hofstede. Trying to walk it off for the home team, Hofdorp. Last year's pennant winners, let's not forget. And De Block retires the side in the 9th. Top of the 10th we go. Sem Lauf into the game. Little fly ball to left. Hangs up long enough for Hofstede. DH is Moises Molero. Pinch hitter. Will be a dribbler back to Lauf. 2 down. Deckers, the switch-hitting catcher. Works the count to 3-0. And Lauf's going to put him aboard. 4 pitches. Switch hitter again, Vibrenhauser, the left fielder. Nasbase, may not the cool cats, but it is where the honkers are. This is Honkball Hofidklasse after all. Alright, we're going to have to go... Do we give Lauf a second inning? 13 pitches. Or do we send Caden Markham in to try and mop this one up? Sinclair Coaster, bottom of 10. Markham sends this one foul. And after popping out, he's going to go jog down to the bullpen. Oh, he can't. He has to come in dry. Oh, dear. We'll see how that goes. All right, Diego Velasquez with his first Honkball Hofed Klasse hit. Hemskirk popped up to right. That's not going to do it. To the 11th we go. Lauf says he wants to keep going. We're going to let him. Another dribbler back to the mound. Lauf late on the throw. Infield single for Tyreek Kemp. Oh, come on. Can we not with the gummy gloves here? Okay. All right. Good grab there, Krakendonk. Pinch hitter is Erwin Zanfleet. Bases loaded, one out. Fly ball to center. That's going to be deep enough to untie it. Neptunus takes a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 11th. Josefa. Bouncer of a throw. 3 errors. What are we doing? Oh, Shakin' Jakey with a little oppo pop. Love it. Vibrenhauser picks it up. Krakendonk, 1 for 3. Inside for a walk. Tying run now at second with nobody out. Taylor Clemencia into the game. Coppers bunts it to third. Second and third, 1 out for Vigers. Come on, buddy. Walked him. Bases loaded for Hofstede. Fly ball deep to center field. That should be deep enough to tie the game up again. Pioneers get one here in the bottom of the 11th. Ryan Hogendorn getting loose in the bullpen. Here's Burleson. Popped up to right. We keep playing here at Sport Park Pioneers. DH is Moises Molero. Lauf with his first K of the game. Ryan Hogendorn enters. Charging in is Burleson, and he makes the grab for the second out. All right, to the bottom of the 12th. Markham, Velasquez, Hemskirk. Hit hard up the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. An extra base hit for the Pioneers. Winning run on second. Velasquez. Popped up to left. Hauser makes the grab. Runner does not go. Hemskirk, 3-1. Walked him. Josefa, 2-2 on the way. Line to center field. Falling for a base hit. We send... Oh, we don't. Bases loaded, 1 out for Krokendonk. Full count. Ball game! A walk-off walk in the 12th by Boss Krokendonk. Whee! Krokendonk with 3 walks on the day. We turn 4 double plays. And Hogendorn snipes the win. 3 errors, though. Not happy about that. All right, let's make sure that Geis Bertha gets the start at DH so we can put Markham in the bullpen. New draftee Enrique Soler here at Sport Park Pioneers, or at Neptunus Family Stadion. And by the way, I asked Flying Canuck, he checked. Neptunus Family Stadion really does have the transparent GIF checkerboard behind home plate. That's actually there. That's not a missing texture or anything. Ooh. Velasquez almost gets picked off third. All these stadium are, of course, part of Flying Canucks thread on the Out of the Park forums. Make sure you go grab that if you want your Honkball Hoofdklasse to look accurate. We had our runner trip. Coppers almost fell. Burleson to first. That'll be a 3-6-3 double play to end the threat. Credit where credit is due. Soler has been limiting the damage. Not bad, Rook. Because there's only 42 games in a season, we do tend to play them out more frequently here in Honkball Hoofdklasse than we do for Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. Highcope right up the middle! That's going to score a run, possibly two. Throw from Burleson is cut off. That's going to walk in a run. Quick check-in on the mound there. Molero in center field today instead of Raylin T. Doink single. Everyone moves up 90 more feet. And Soler having a rough go. Looking for out number 4. Or 3 here. There it is. Alright, they put up 4 on us. This is Neptunus, after all. They are normally one of the best teams in the Netherlands. Coppers shoots this to the gap. That'll put up a run. Brian Coppers remains one of this team's most critical players. And Josefa the other one. So then Cheswiji, why did you extend Kevin Vigers for 3 years? Shush. It's only $7,000. I could afford it. Hey, Hofstede! First hit of the season. All right, we're coming back. Burleson to center, no dice. Oh dear. Extra base hit for Neptunus. That could be 3? No, it'll just be 2. A booster club for what? The Pioneers? Neptunus? My channel? Yeah, to bring in revenue. Yeah, not a bad idea. Not the best debut for Enrique Soler. Wait, he's got reverse splits? Well, I'll be doggone. Ah, just out of the reach of Hemskirk. Ooh, good play. Crocendonk to Vigers to second to get out of the inning. Let's get DeGraff up. We haven't seen any action from him. Good start to the season, Solero. Enjoy the bench. At this point, we're just making up for bad pitching with good defense, or trying to. There we go. Through 5, Neptunus leads 6-2. Kevin Kelly grooving here. Opposite field single. Crocendonk retrieves it, though. Throw home is late. Not quite in comedy score territory, but I'm not liking how this game has gone. Oh, call it, will you? Thank you. First and second, nobody out. Alright, let's get Guys Bertha to bunt. There we go. Koyomimatic, hey! Thank you so much for the help with Pawapuro, by the way. Much appreciated. Velasquez into the dirt. They're going to go across the diamond. It'll be late. Tyreek Camp can't make the throw. And we get an infield RBI on it. Oh, nice. Fantasy football. I used to do fantasy sports. I eventually just stopped. My fantasy baseball team is withering away to practically nothing. Do we get Hogendorn up or we keep DeGraff in? 2 innings, 27 pitches. Yeah, let's get Hogendorn up. Jakey Josefa, RBI single. Here we go. Here comes the Pioneers. Come on, KD. Bouncer. They're going to go to home for 1. To second, to first. Not in time. So maybe let's get... let's get Lauf up again. 1-2 on the way to Brian Coppers. Big swing and a miss. Hey, it's all good, Koyomi. Sleep is important. I should have done more of that last night, but I got up an hour before my alarm, and that's why I'm here. Tom Den Boer into the game. Runners at the corners, one out for Geis Bertha. That might be deep enough for a sacrifice. No, we hold. Wiebenhauser, we trust. Don't want to test the arm. Bah. Okie dokie. Hogendorn getting into a little bit of an issue, but this is the dead ball era here in Honkball, so low movement is not going to burn us too badly. And Pioneers lose 7-4 to Neptunus. Hey, at least no errors this game. Harm Sprung up against John Swain. We're getting into some fun fictional names now. Last game of a 3-game set. Sprung with a little bit of early trouble. Bases loaded, nobody out. Stop hitting guys on an 0-2 pitch. One of the things that bugs me the most about this game, or this league, too many walks, too many hit by pitches. Ooh. Okay, this is not good. Alright, it's 3-0. Still nobody out in the top of the second. Boss is there. Slow roller, Hemskirk though, automatic as they come. Imarika, the South African phenom, will pop out to right. Okay, 4 runs on 2 hits. Hello. Bounce it to first. Alright, they'll give up the run to get the out. Burleson works the walk. Here's Caden Markham, one of the new guys. John Swain, challenge fastball. Second hit by pitch by Sprung. Corporal out of the ball game. Was that the plan? We're just going to hit guys until Neptunus has everyone injured? Speaking of injuries, we don't have any backups for our guys if they get hurt. Okay. Sprung seems to have settled down a little bit. That glance is off Sprung, and it's a deflection that we are able to make. Thank goodness. Wiebenhauser. Bouncer up the middle. Hemskirk goes to first. Sprung getting through 6 innings is fine by me. The third out is the hardest. I had such hope for this club. And no, I don't know why everyone loses their hats in this game. It's still a bug I've got open with Out of the Park developments. Full count on Coppers. Ooh, that's a close strike 3. I don't know, rebuilding phase. Nobody has money to take my players. At least it's not as bad as our first season when we lost the first 6 in a row. I mean, that's the gold standard for yikes. Let's go with Lauf. Quick visit. Oh, good charge in. Burleson. Blocked by Coppers. Bases loaded, 1 out. That'll be the end of the day for Sprong. Moises Molero will face a double play arrangement. And Vigers just biffs the play. Okay, not quite comedy score, but the next run will make it a comedy score, at which point we get to quick sim the rest of the game. Pinch hitter Vincent Ahrens. Okay, not quite mercy ruled yet. Okay, Burleson, nice hit. Bases loaded, nobody out. For Caden Markham. All right, we'll walk in a run. Hemskirk. Swings and misses. Swain effective. And Josefa will ground out to the shortstop. Are there ties in Honkball Hoofdklasse? In the real world, yes. I've forgotten if we actually have them turned on in this. Let me double check. Rules. Yes, after the 12th inning. So that first game we had, that was a do-or-tie situation, which we won. No surprise, Rosmalen and Osterhout are near the top of the league. They are that good. I know you have opinions on ties. You're not the only one. Me personally, I believe ties have a place in baseball. Because if neither team has done enough to win after 3 extra innings, neither team deserves to win. Harlem Kinheim, our next opponent. We're visiting Pinmulier Stadium. The plan is basically we are quick simming. You and a lot of people, to be fair. If you go take a look on YouTube, Pacific Swings is a podcast run by former Cebu Lion and Samsung Lion David McKinnon, and he has a similar opinion on ties. All right, so we're gonna quick sim out only the games that take place at ballparks we don't have. All right, Hemskirk with his 3rd stolen base of the season. Krockendonk strikes out. Ooh, 1st and 2nd. Bases loaded, nobody out. Chance to break it open here against Kinheim. I'll take a sac fly. Van Gruzen won't be able to catch Cappers. And Markham will ground into a fielder's choice. Okay. Back to Velazquez. Well, we squibbed out 1. Yeah, that's true. World of Football definitely has more of a Thai familiarity. Coppers lines it right to the third baseman Schimmel. Oy. Bouncer to Schimmel. Across the diamond. Vigers is erased. Little dead inside thing. That thing just died in the dirt. Here's Dickie Wanders. Amazing name. Line to the third baseman, Velasquez. Woohoo. Funny you mention in the FA Cup. I just created basically the Honkball Association Cup in the offseason, and we will play it after the postseason in Hofenklasse. We'll see if we end up getting relegated or promoted or where exactly in the overall organization we end up. Caden Markham. Oh, thank you, Dave. Much appreciated. Oh. Yep, I got the Eerste Klasse, Tweede Klasse, and Derde Klasse available. I just created the uniforms for the ones that, or the logos for the ones that won't actually show up on screen. But if you do want to get the ones that I've created on screen, hold on one moment. You can grab those from the link I'm going to drop in the chat. Updated uniforms for Kinheim, the Hague Storks, the Rosmalen Griffins, and the Wassenaar Greens. Runners at the corners, 1 out for Diego Velasquez. That'll work. That'll work a lot. Run, Diego, run! Run! It's a 2 RBI triple! And Hemskirk will cash in the remaining run, courtesy of a ground out. Okay, so maybe it's just Neptunus who eats our lunch, or maybe Kinheim really is that bad. Moritz Horsten, the catcher. And Moritz is down. Van Dorn continuing to kick Heine. Eric Snow seems to be the only one who gives up, who tags him. Chaka Gertz. Called strike 3 on the slider. Here's Franca, the shortstop. 1 away runner on second, Josefa. 2 down. Finally, Van Beek. Van Beek. Josefa makes the out. 5 scoreless innings for Falke van Dorn. You hashtag love to see it. At this point, just let him cook. Dylan Eshui, 6 Ks, 6 walks. 6 hits. Charge! Easy play there for Krakendonk. Here's Gertz. Ideally, I'd have acquired another, like, right fielder type so that Krakendonk can DH primarily. I mean, Markham is theoretically a little bit better in the outfield. Actually, he is. Maybe I need to flip the two. Okay, through 7. Pioneers lead 4-zip. Yelmar Overvel takes over on the mound. And Krakendonk is injured. Oh no. Okay, so Markham will come in and play right field. Van Dorn will run for Krakendonk. Coppers! Extra base hit. An RBI double. Nice work there. Vigers works the walk. Van Dorn's wondering what he's doing there. And Ole Hofstad will plunk one into right field. Nice work there. Burleson popped up to shallow right. We're running on it. In time, Coppers. Some daring base running. And Markham, now the right fielder, will check in with a single. And the beat goes on, yeah. Stop! Stop! He's already dead. 11 hits, 4 runs this inning. Another one. This is getting comedic. 10-0. Van Dorn is going to bat next if Josefa's aboard. Nope. We are spared the glory of Falke Van Dorn pitching. Van Dorn has the bases loaded. Franca, come on. Just tie this one off, buddy. Nope. There goes the shutout. Amarencio Franca, 3-run triple. It's 10-3. Holzbergen getting loose. Popped up to shallow right. There's the game. Van Dorn at least gives us a complete one. All right, I'll take it. Bruised thigh. So we are going to set Markham to right field to cover for him. Still no losses yet for the Twins or the Griffins. We're going to play out the last 2 games of the series, and then we will prime up for next week. RCH Penguins visiting in a Holland Series rematch. All right. Markham plays right field. Guys, Bertha is going to come in DH. Let's move Vigers up. And Coppers up. And swap Josefa and Velasquez. That's not the view I want. How would you say that? Raiteri Merite from Rotterdam? Stefan Gruzen and Ronnie Schimmel already aboard. Hortzen, or Horsten, attempts the bunt. Snow burnt me a lot last game. We'll see if we can avoid that this time. All right, fielder's choice, Josefa to Hemskirk. As soon as I get money, I'm signing bench bats. Or we're going to try and acquire a bunch. Maybe somebody has the money to take on Josefa. Maybe. Taking out their frustrations on the pitcher. Clearly. Markham with a stolen base. Caden Markham has impressed me. Hemskirk has not, but he's defensively sound at second, so we kind of have to. Soler gives up a home run to Van Beek. Dickie Vonders finds himself at second. Dickie Vonders, of course, one of the greatest names in this league alongside our guy Bas Krakendonk. Van Gruzen will be walked to bring up Schimmel. Called strike 3. Just the home run, the damage. All right, let's get Hogendorn up. Maybe Soler needs to move to the bullpen. Franco, straight up the middle. Runners at the corners for Van Beek. We finally found it. A pitcher whose stamina is too short to start en Honkball Hoofdklasse. All right, first and second for Velasquez. Diego works the walk. Base is loaded for Ole Hofstede. And now Hemskirk. Tie game. Merite, 5 walks on the day. And Burleson's going to untie it with a bloop into right. Miles Burleson, 2 runs on the single. Gais Bertha, little dribbler to second, taken by Snow himself. All right, Hogendorn into the game. Once again, Dickie Vonders is at second. Good scoop there by Hemskirk. Let's get the corners in against Van Gruzen. Who's just going to loft it to center field. If you hear any honks in the background, that's my cats fighting. Okay, that was a terrible at-bat. Here's Moritz Horston. And it looks like Hogendorn's lost the plot here. Let's get Semlauf up. Eric Snow. Popped up. Infield. 2 down. Okay. Here's Gertz. Full count. Swing and a miss. Pioneers hold serve. 3-2. All right, Hogendorn did his best. Let's get Lauf in. I trust him more. Why is Franca already at second? Get there. Ole. 1 away. Dickie Vonders has been eating my lunch. Hemskirk will make it out of him. That'll bring up Van Manen, the first baseman. Line right to Velasquez. Inning over. Okay. Let's go with Hulsbergen. Get him loose. Hulsbergen's going to go for the save at this point because we don't have, an intentional walk. Pablo Royjakers, That's a name. From Oranjestad in Aruba. Bum, 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 bum. Past a diving shortstop Franca and into center field. Vigers will score. And the Pioneers have a crucial insurance run. Tag to right. And drop by Van Gruzen. An error by the right fielder, Stef Van Gruzen, means Hofstede has the bases loaded with 1 out. Fly ball to left. Deep enough. Minton will make the grab. The throw is offline, and it's another run scores. Hemskirk will ground out into a fielder's choice. Pioneers scraping together a win here. Oh dear. Mike Lynn pinch hitting. Dribbler back to the mound. That'll be a 1-4-3 double play. Ah, thank you, Nosbase. That'll be next. I gotta deal with this situation first. Let's pitch around Schimmel. Line to Hemskirk. Ball game. Pioneers take this one 5-2. And no need to hydrate. I'm just going to wrap up the stream session. I'd only plan to go this long. And we lose the rubber match 11-1. Hoo-hoo! Harmsprung walks 11. What happened? My word. But hey, 500 playoff spot. I'll take it. Krokendonk's healthy. So I got some fun to figure out how we make this team better. Nobody wants to sign for anything less than like $7,000. That is a whole lot of domestic talent just sitting around. Does anyone have money? We have the lowest payroll in the league, and that's because all of our contracts expired last season, not this season. Yep, nobody's got money. Okay, so we are up a creek. You'll see me next on Wednesday with the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. Somehow, the Rockies have made the postseason, and we have a home playoff game. We made it in as a third wild card. We had a crash, our game crash. We beat the Cardinals in a straight set, and now we're down 2-0 to the Nationals. Dom Nunez looking to punch his ticket to the World Series. Hogan Dorn's leading the team in wins. Of course he is. Of course. And then, on Friday, return of the Stampede. Saturday, back here with the Scouts. There's more Out of the Park baseball coming up later today, of course. At 4 o'clock, AZ Axel and Escape Velocity are both going. AZ Axel with the Backyard Project, Escape Velocity with his historical streams. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, Dishnet 34 with the Saturday Showdown. I regretfully will be missing that one. Time is precious, folks, and I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Firage, take us out. Have a great rest of the weekend, and hopefully I see you online at midnight.